Evening, everybody. Wow, man. I'm still reeling over that birthday celebration video. Me speechless for 2 days. Yeah, wow. There's all kind of stuff we can talk about, right? So, how are you today, Sindal?
I'm good. I'm still reveling over the fact that somebody made you speechless. That a whole bunch of somebodies actually made you speechless. How about that?
It, 2 days, 2 days, man. Again, uh, all the love, but seriously, had to thank you for putting that on. All the amazing people that was in that thing that sent me gift. Uh, Text, all of it. It was just amazing. I still can't talk. Liz over here still. Hey, amazing. Appreciate you guys, all of you all, uh, hounds, friends of the hounds, the amazing people and guests we have on today. Wow, all of them just full of love, man. I'm gonna be corny now. All right, Hallmark, you call me. I'll sell you this. They seriously, it's a dream come true to be able to work and spend every day pushing people up and working with such amazing folks. Cannot wait to bring up the amazing CJ, her sisters, Level Up Academy. Explosion, man. People pushing each other up. She makes things affordable, accessible. It's insane. So thank you to the folks that make this possible. These folks that, man, we have the best people in the pack, man. We got Brand Face, obviously Level Up, I just mentioned. Sandra Gonzalez with two Z's and her sexy confidence, right? She's got her retreat coming up in November. All right, veteran entrepreneurs. And then Kofi Duhaji, right? He don't need a last name. It's like Prince, like Kofi, right? It's Kofi.
Kobe.
All right, so
It's
we
just
got
Kobe.
Kofi and Flying Wings Publishing. Amazing heart, amazing people doing great things in business, man. I love seeing it. So Sindal, I know you don't like to be on the stage as much, but you're doing a great job. And we just had to love bomb you and thank you for all the hard work you do for all of us, and personally for me. So I do appreciate you.
Well, hey,
Any words you like to say?
thank you for filling my cup, and thank you for giving me a whole bunch of fun stuff to do because it's not work; it's just fun. I'm having a blast, and I really appreciate it. I'm meeting so many awesome people, and what's so great about it is they actually have hearts and they actually use the hearts and they use the brains, and it's a fantastic combination to have. So thank you,
Hey, all,
because none
you're
of this would
welcome.
happen without you.
Yeah, all because I couldn't make friends 2 years ago, man. Look, hey,
Look at you
hey,
now.
I'm an inspiration. Seriously, if I can do it, who can't do it? I mean,
Right.
we got it. It's hard to say. I don't know if I can do that. I'm like, look who we're talking to. All right, so I tell you what. Let's bring up these amazing people. Let's run the intro, and then give a shout out to all the folks that showed up to hear me ramble for no reason for 2 minutes. Let's do that.
Hey, I gotta find it. There it is. Hey.
Are you looking to grow your network and your net worth with other high level, heart centered professionals? Then grab a seat and your favorite beverage and join Mike Asherbranner, the Redneck Connector. It's time for the Hounds of Business Community Happy Hour.
Yeah, everybody knows whose voice that is now, right? That's the amazing Tanya Everhart with Brand Face, right? Um, Thank you for what you do, all you do. And she climbed down that hill, man. They went hiking just to say hi to me, dude. That was right, unbelievable. So I tell you what, let's bring up our publicity queen, right? The one and only amazing rock star, Dr. Constance Leland. CJ, how are you today?
Good. I was like, hello, everybody. And I was loving that because I was trying to think like when you had that birthday wish in your face, it was so nice to see like you were shocked at what we were doing behind the scenes. I knew you were knowing something, but you didn't know what something was. So I loved it. I loved it. I hope you enjoyed your birthday. Did you work?
I did not. I actually took 3 days off, which is why I'm like behind. I got probably 8 million DMs in LinkedIn saying happy birthday. So much fun. I still ain't went through them. And I'm thinking about like moving my birthday every month just so people will say hi to me. Is that needy? Should I do that?
It's just a
I'll
little
just be
bit.
like my cat my anniversary. I'll put my cat's birthday up there, see if I notice.
Oh my
So thank you,
god.
CJ.
Yes, yes. Jack is here, Sharon's here, Lewis. I haven't had a chance to actually meet or Zoom with Lewis, so hopefully we can get to chat in here. So HOB, right? Not SOB, guys. HOB. H. Okay, H. So it's so crazy that Mike and I were texting each other. There's a couple of people that went to my because I actually announced it's probably my fault. Like if you're not in a Hounds of Business community and you want to talk to me, go to the calendar. Well, two of these people literally went to the HOB calendar and said, I am a member of the Hounds. I'm like, great. Looking in the Mighty Networks, I'm like, I don't find them. I'm like, Mike, am I crazy? Are they in the Hounds? And Mike's like, no. And I'm like, I literally went and go, hold on, Zoom. Sorry, you're not in the Hounds of Business. I'm not sure which HOB you belong to, but here's the calendar. Click. I literally hang up. And I felt bad after the fact, but I'm like, guys, if you cannot read simple instructions, or maybe you do and you're trying to be sneaky, thinking I wouldn't check, right? And I'm like, Mike and I kind of know Mike a little bit, just a little bit. Let me check the founder. If you really are in the Mighty Network, stop lying. Okay, we talk. Like, what are you doing? Oh,
just show up.
That's how famous you are now. Everyone wants to be on HOP.
Well, again, go to my profile and go to the daggum, Discover the Hounds call, man. We have a blast in there. Most of the time, I don't know who can't get in. I mean, I guess so you get an A+ for ingenuity and effort, but you get an F for honesty, maybe. I don't know. Like maybe we'll average that to a C. I don't know. But yeah, we're a great look. There ain't no reason to do that. You just come in, talk to one of us, all the hounds in the house in here. Hey, have fun, network, talk to each other, connect, follow. This is your time. We appreciate you spending this with us. And especially CJ, that's all she does is 50 jobs and live stream. I don't know how she does it. So we want to give a shout out, Sharon Byrne, Jackie Hallberg. Oh my gosh, she's as busy as we are.
Willie
Lewis and Willie J. Oh wow. Well, yeah, I'm gonna pretend like he came for me. Willie, thank you for coming here for me. All right. I love it. I'm a Willie J fan too, man. And my daughter's a Willie J fan. Yeah, she's like, oh, Willie J? I was like, wow, I feel cool now, just by association. I was like, oh yeah, me and Willie J we kicking it, man. We're way back. Like like Willie J be like, nope. All right, so how about you introduce? Who you want to pull up first? Let's get the collaboration over competition. This is going to be a great discussion. Audience, chime in, put your questions out there, give us your comments. We love it. We will do our best to get to put your question up there, but cannot wait to get this party started. So who would you like to introduce first? Pick them out of the hat.
Sister Susannah. Come on, you already know. I'm so predictable. It's not even funny.
I know. I'm just trying to do Bob Barker style today. Let's see. Hi, Susannah.
Oh, great. The Mike Bob Barker type.
Hey, you're supposed to go down here like, woo! That's what you're supposed to do. What happened? I should have warned you. I told you I'll read private chat back there. All right. How are you
so now
today?
Price is Right. What happened to Hounds of Business? Price is Right, huh?
Yeah.
That's right.
It's all good.
Bob Barker beat up Adam Sandler. Best movie ever. All right. So go ahead. Who would like to introduce you? Would you like to introduce yourself, Susannah, or would TJ like to give you one of them Apollo Creed introduction?
Okay, how about I start? Okay, so let's see. What kind of question can I ask that actually I don't know anything about Susannah? I don't know.
Let's see. We can go back to the military. That's probably about where
That's the cool.
the only place to touch you.
Right? Here's the thing. The building bridges, right? I think I really want to hone in on community because we are a community. And a lot of people really think that if you are doing coaching or if you are a publisher or if you are an author, that you can't collaborate with another publisher or you can't collaborate with another author because they're competition. So instead of cutting those bridges, I want to build bridges, right? And I want to actually ask my sister, like, how did I convince you to build bridge with me?
it was easy. Between us, we just had a connection. Um, I think somehow that bridge was already started because the bridges. It's I look at the bridges, even with the community, is no different than the bridge in a story because you're going to be working with people. You got to remember it's not competition because even though other people are doing the same thing that you are, they're not. Your market is different than their market. There's going to be overlap. There's going to be places that you guys don't connect. That's where you start being able to work together. And then when you build that bridge, it's just like stories. It's like pulling them into your story. You're pulling each other into the story to work together and see where you can work and where you're best to um, where you're best on your own and where you're best together. Let me just put it that way.
Thank you. And I love that. And I actually wanted to bring in my. Do you have any questions for Susannah? Because I'd like to bring the other two sisters and answer the same question.
Not yet, but I will say this, Susanna. That's the longest I heard you talk. This is a good start to a show. That was beautiful. Yeah, her and Gary Miles. It's like, wow, you got 6 minutes left. I don't know what to do. All right, good job.
Oh,
I'll do that to CJ. CJ will ask me a question, expect like 10-minute answer, and then I'll trip her up and give her a 30-second, and she's not ready.
yeah, I'm
She's
like,
doing something else.
what
Like,
happened?
dude, like now you get quiet. All right, let me pull up Dr. Nhu. If she got her Dr. Nhu, is your camera working? Oh, all right. So yeah, I'm touching buttons. I'm sorry. I know. So Dr. Nhu, thank you so much for being here. We dubbed you and knighted you, right, with my crochet bracelet that goes to Scott Heathman. He's in the audience. Scott is coming. All right. And the book, the anthology, thanks to CJ and Susannah. I will autograph that, man. It'll be worth at least 10 cents in 10 years. So, Dr. Nhu, thank you so much for being here. You are our kindness queen, right? And you have been a real inspiration to me and other people, and you just push everybody up. So, um, you have just a great career, great heart, and we love what you do. So, um, tell everybody what you do real quick, and then we'll bring up the other rock star. How's that?
Can you hear me okay, everyone? I am not at my
Yes, ma'am.
home. Guess where I'm at? I'm in Georgia. So maybe,
Well, nice.
well, while I think Tanya, we couldn't meet in person. Maybe one day we can get with Tanya
Oh,
Eberhard to see if we can meet some of our fellow hounds, right, in Georgia. I am with my family at the time right now. So, like a different setup. I was like, where? But it's kind of it's a amazing opportunity. Not only thank you, Mike, and of course CJ. I see Susanna, and of course Danielle, and all the amazing hounds that are here listening to us, and the Level Up Academy, and all those supporting us. YouTube, Lincoln. It is an honor and grateful to be here with you, Mike. And who I am, for those who don't know, I really just help others. Burnout professional and specifically pharmacist and healthcare provider to really own up and lead with self-love, of course, the kindness and empathy and compassion, because everything come within us, so that way we can radiate and help others. Because in this world, for me, I believe in holistic approach, and helping, when we lead with the power of being mindful and the power of words, right? We also can build and guide others to the next level when we are in this together. So that way we can see the change that we wish to see in the world. And the only way to really make the change is you have to go in with the heart for the people and by the people, like we talk about, is innovation for the people. And that the power of collective of collaboration is a beautiful thing because we're better together. So I'm so excited for this. Thank you so much, Mike.
my pleasure. So excited. I'm so excited. Let's go ahead and bring in Danielle. Man, I was gonna put her on a milk cart, man. She just like I was like, "Where's Danielle at?" And then she just pops back up. So thank goodness. How are you today?
I'm doing okay, Mike. Thanks for having us.
Great, great. Well, I'll let CJ either say not something nice about you, and then you can introduce yourself. How's that?
Okay.
Wow, let's something nice. Wow. Okay, that's it. We're having a sideline conversation after this for sure. First of all, I wanted to recognize sister. Thank you for saying that by the people for the people because I always say that, right? Because it's true. It is for us and by us, right? Um, when people are providing support everywhere and anywhere, it's important to recognize that support and be grateful for that support. If Mike has his show here and we're not here and no one is on support here, Mike would be like blah blah blah. He could do whatever he could just take off his hat, dance, whatever. No one cares because no one is here. Support is everything. So thank you for saying that. Sister Danielle, I wanted to ask you really building bridges, collaboration over competition, right? Not so much competition with you, but what made you say, you know what, CJ's right. I'm going to show up. I'm actually going to be physically and visibly be there. Because right now you're thinking about, I'm going to have my own show, right? Literally last year, you're like, CJ, no. Talk to me.
No, yeah, I've thought about writing books. I can't say that I've always wanted to like be on TV or a radio show, but definitely wanting to put my message out there, and help people. And I was doing that behind the scenes most of the time in HR. In that role, we're normally behind the scenes, but collaborating with people like CJ and Nhu and Susannah. We're in similar areas of work. Building bridges creates collaboration so that it increases our visibility. So for me, I said, well, I can't get my message out there if I'm not aligned with people that are amplifying what I can do for them. And so for me, the answer to your question, CJ, is you represent safety for me to put a message out there, and to really be able to like fulfill my dreams. So you're hard to say no to too.
Yes, she is. Thank you for saying that. You get 2 bracelets. You get
Mike, go
I'm
for it.
like
Ask the
Oprah.
question.
I'm like Oprah, man. You get a bracelet. You get a bracelet. It's gonna take me 10 years. And then in about maybe next, New Year, I'll be enough skillful to get a crappy tiny pot holder, maybe. I'm working on it. So let me ask the question. I'm gonna start with CJ, even though she's co-hosting. CJ, what are the key benefits of fostering a collaborative mindset over a competitive one? And we're talking both in the workplace and society. What's the benefits of trying to reach collaborative efforts instead of competitive ones?
Okay, I'll give you an example. Last year, April of last year, my YouTube had 36 subscribers. 36. Today, almost 60,000. Almost 60,000. Why do you think that is? Do you think I said, oh my God, I don't need support? I did it all on my own. Yep, that's me. No, because I appreciate people and I really believe in this. It's called Stay. It's not even my original. Okay, I'm not going to do about intellectual property. Stay is about thinking it's you. It's not about you. All of what we do is not to help just ourselves, it's to help other people, right? So stop thinking that it's about you. Because when you have that type of mentality, you're not going to go anywhere. Stop comparing yourself to people like me or anybody else because it's not going to happen. Not that it's not going to happen because I'm above you. It's not going to happen for you because it's not for you. You have your own path. I can't do Mike's stuff. It's just not happening. I can't do Susannah or Nhu or Danielle. It's just not happening. But with them, with me, right here, not here, not here, right here, as a collaborative one, supporting each other, we're so much better. Why do you think I grow? There's no magic. I work my ass off all the time. While people are like, nah, support. Support is everything. I love my sisters. That's why.
Yeah, no, beautiful answer. Well, I mean, again, I'm going to get into it because I'm going to throw a couple monkey wrenches. So if everybody thinks this is going to be just a kumbaya session, no, I'm going to get beat up by CJ, so don't go nowhere. Okay. Um, Yeah, look, she's even nervous. Oh wow. To get that fly swatter out. All right. So, Susanna, I want to hear what you have to say on the subject. So, what are the key benefits of fostering collaborative mindsets over competitive ones?
Mental health. When I say that, it's taking, I mean, everything that CJ just said. When you're not, when you're not looking at everybody as competition, when you're not wasting energy trying to figure out how to beat the other person, you're wasting energy comparing yourself to somebody else. It's all going to just take your mental energy, your mental health, and take it down. And we got enough to deal with already, especially
Ooh,
if you're neurodiverse. So go for the mental health, because the less the less stress you have comes with collaboration, not competition. You like, it's the stepping stones across the river. You can't get to the other side without that support. Plain and simple.
look at that. Look at that, man. I want to be Susanna when I grow up. Dadgummit, I'm gonna say things that people go ooh and all, and it only takes me 20 seconds. Yes, ma'am. No, you're right. The mental health. No, I have noticed that. I was talking to some friends earlier. Like we waste. I'm always quoting what Marcus Aurelius or Seneca. We waste. It's not that we have enough time; is that we waste most of it. I've noticed that I have really being intentional is everything. And so being intentional about that, and that requires you, if you're intentional, you got to focus on mental health. Like when you start asking yourself why I'm doing stuff and what's happening, yeah, that's a good thing. So when you get a weirdo phone call from a friend like Mike and he's starting to just ramble out of nowhere, that's what it is. He's trying to work on his mental health. Thank you, Susanna. All right. Um, let's see. We'll go in order on the screen. Danielle,
Wait,
all right,
can I,
you rock.
before,
Are
I'm
you
sorry to interrupt. I just want to make sure
sure?
that I want to recognize the people on my YouTube, bros, sisters,
Mm.
bros, because it's mostly men. 732 live viewers right now in our YouTube channel. Thank you very much. I just want to take that time to say thank you. I appreciate you guys. Go ahead, Sister Danielle. Sorry. I just want to say thank you.
Uh, Level up.
Yeah. So, I do like me some great competition. I grew up playing competitive sports and tennis, and basketball or whatever. Anything, I love that. But in work and in life, if we focus more on what we can do together, the more that we can achieve together. And so in business and in relationships, I kind of see them um, as the same, simultaneous, if you will, similar. And if we bridge the gap between that, or put that collaboration in there more so than competition, then we can gain much more together.
Wow, look at this, man. It's professional, I guess today. Wow. All right. It's always fun when the host is the worst one. That's my trademark. All right. Dr. New cannot wait to hear what your response.
Oh, well, before I respond to that, you are not the worst one. I know that you like,
Hey, I was
but
going for it. I was
um, but really on collaborative mindset instead of a competition one is really how are we able to not only, to add on with not only our well-being and our mental health, but everyone come from a different perspective. So when you bring in diversity, you bring in different perspective. It also bring different innovations, right? When you strengthen that and increase your emotional intelligence, because you're able to not only be able to have empathy and have compassionate and be able to support and lead other, because when your strength, your weakness, how can you work collectively so that way you can not only improve your well-being, improve patient care, or patient is, it can be any of your customer, right, your client, but really the outcome, so that way you not only reduce your burnout because you're not trying to be leveraging the power of amongst your colleagues, right? Because when
right.
you have empathy, and you support other colleagues, and you will lead to a healthier, not only work environment, well-being, supporting each other offline. So that strengthen that is much more the part of the community is the wellness and resilience, helping each other heal collectively and grow. And so we will increase with empathy and that compassionate. I believe that that is the collaborative mindset that will promote inclusive, right? An equal voice for everyone. So that way we can contribute to a world, a better place. And so
Yeah.
that is, yes, Mike.
Oh no, I got a lag. I thought you were done. My bad. You've been here
No, no,
before. You
it's
know I cut
yeah,
people
it's
off.
just always
Yeah.
mindful, you know. I always say that I'm very grateful, but it's in true essence is if we're not grateful for the people who support you from day one, no matter how small and how big you were and how big you are now, without them, the support, it means nothing because if you're in the business, no matter if it's a product, it's service, it's for the people. So that is why it's so important for collaboration to know so that way you can support the best way you can.
Here's what I hear you all saying. It takes a lot more energy to focus on all this other stuff, competitiveness, trying to be individualistic overly, So, and if you think about it, who's going to win a race? Somebody with six people rowing the boat or one, right? Like, duh. Even I figured that one out quick, dude. And it's late. So, do we have a question, CJ? Do you want to take a question now or later?
My question or you ask me question? I don't know.
The question back here back here, that one.
So, oh, there's a question back there. What?
It's on the
Why?
screen now.
How
It's
did you
like,
gain so many subscribers in 1 year on YouTube? Dance, baby, dance and sing. No, just kidding. TikTok,
I
guys.
only
TikTok,
know the
TikTok,
I
Instagram.
only know
No.
the Cabbage Patch.
Uh,
That's why I got the 10
yeah,
views
we
right
gotta
now.
level you
That's
up.
all I know.
No, that's no, we gotta level you up. Anyway,
That was
actually, it's support, right? That's why I get so passionate about people and support. Here's the thing, I have a lot of students that most people are not on LinkedIn. They're not on LinkedIn, but they're definitely on YouTube. I do a lot of research, right? The first social media that is about 2.4 billion users a month is Facebook. I don't like Facebook that much. I mean, I'm there, but you know. Second is YouTube. Two, right? YouTube is like 2 billion users a month. But I also look at the business sense of it and demographics. And people are like, I don't really care about numbers. Really? You don't care if you're going to lose money or gain money? So you're nonprofit, even nonprofit wants to make money. So let's be serious, right? And then if you charge money, you're like, you're not heart centered. No, that's called business. What I think for me that I gain is because I'm true to myself. I don't want to be anybody else. And when I say that I help people more than they actually ask for the help, right? The reason being because I see their hearts and I see their potential. The only problem with me sometimes is I am also a people pleaser. So I tend to please people more than I actually please my own self in boundary non-negotiables, and then I get hurt. So I think this year I learned to see and watch the users in my group and kind of distance myself a little bit, because to grow I only think about stop thinking about that it's you. It's not about me, it's about you. It's about Dr. Nhu, it's about Susannah, it's about Danielle, and it's about the Hounds of Business and Mike. Because it's not about me. I already know me. I don't need to know me. I'm slowly getting to know me. And that's a personal level, right? YouTube grew because my content reverberates on people's hearts because they see that I'm consistent. I also don't talk smack about people publicly. I do, behind the scenes with my sisters, but and Mike, because Mike is a sister. He said he wants to be a sister, but honestly,
honorary.
guys,
Yes, ma'am.
be consistent, be yourself, do not be somebody else. Do not talk smack publicly on other people, even if you hate their guts, right? Literally, don't do it. It's not professional. Smile aside and really be true to yourself on why are you here? Why do you want to be on YouTube? What are you providing? What value are you giving to the people who are there to watch you, right? Because remember, stop thinking about it's you, it's not you. So what are you doing to help others? That's how I grew. I literally did that in like 1 year research. I'm telling you right now.
Wow.
That's my question.
Because you only have 600 doctorate degrees. All right. So, and we could have her on every show, and it's like having a different person. That's what's there. You go. If I
Yeah,
run
here
out of
too.
people, all right. Well, I'll tell you what. How about you as our gracious co-host? All right, and Level Up Academy because they showed up in drones, dude. Wow, it was like a thunderstorm. Hounds of Business and Level Up like a tsunami. All right. So go ahead and ask the question, please.
Okay, so I'm gonna start with my sister Danielle. I'm gonna have sister Susannah last in this one. What are some of the things that you do to create boundaries between work, business, and life? Because we all moms, right? We're moms, we're business owners, and we also work. So what are some of your non-negotiables?
Hmm. Um, well, for me, church is non-negotiable, and time to pray is non-negotiable. And any big event my kids have, like my daughter, my 5-year-old, just promoted to kindergarten, yay! So during those times, everything else gets shut off, and that's my first priority. My faith is another one of those priorities that I don't um, compromise. And so those are the things. And also being in rooms that I'm seen, I'm valued, and I'm heard. So those are the non-negotiables.
Awesome. Dr. New.
Thank you, sister. I think for me, the things that kind of help me stay grounded would be not only the gratitude of daily on the presence of being here, and and why I pursue instead of going to the go with the flow of the system, right? Is to make that change, but also have that balance of how, to have the reflection of we're grateful to have this opportunity to be a voice for others, many, inspire others to also take action, but also practice like meditations, the gratitude daily to also come back to the aspect of keeping me calm and more clear to also not be overwhelmed by everything that is happening because it does happen. And I'm grateful, like, for instance, my circle, like sisters like Susanna, CJ, and Danielle, or family, or Mike, or, those that are part of your core that that when they are not going, whatever the emotional challenges, we're here to support one another. And I think because not only you get that support, you are there for them no matter what. And then the non-negotiable would be, of course, my family, my kids. My kids will be the top one. If they're sick and ill, I have to put them first. Um, I have to be there to take care of them. And I think, it's just how do we shift to mold and continue to inspire them through us even after we're not here. I know we sound so like, but it's true that we're not guaranteed tomorrow or after this moment. So that's why we have to truly embrace, be grateful, and always express your gratitude or forgive others. So that way you can have a peace of mind for those who are listening, because that is how I keep my sanity, um, and be able to, you know, create boundaries. So that way, if it's not aligned with the energy, I have to move away from it. So thank you, CJ,
Yeah, I love
Mike,
that.
Susanna,
Yes.
Danielle.
I see a questionnaire, Dr. Constance. How can you view your viewers? I'm on my YouTube, guys. I'm also watching my YouTube. I just sent a picture to Mike. 1,100 live viewers. Woo, woo. Thank you. That means amplification, right? We are true to our core. Sister Susannah, how about you? What are your non-negotiables, sister?
Non-negotiables. First thing is to be your authentic self. Because if you can't be your authentic self, you're losing too much. You're wasting energy, you're wasting time, and you just end up floundering. It's like been there. I know what that's like. Faith has always been there. I can't think about moving beyond boxes and shining without faith. And for me, part of that faith is the armor of God. And I talk about it in so many different ways. Each piece is very defensive in nature, with the exception of the sword, which can be used for both. And then it's having somebody that I can just turn to when I'm in one of those points of, I don't know if I can get much lower than where I'm at, and I need to have somebody to talk to. And I've got the sisters I can talk to, which I've never had before. And those three things are what help me to stay on track and stay focused.
Thank you, dear
Yeah,
sister.
gum.
Love it. Mike, your turn. You're one of the sisters. What's your non-negotiables, bro?
Well, hang on. I'm not official yet. Now I feel like I belong there coming. All right. Honestly, I didn't have too many for a long time. I mean, I would love to know who's like boundaries. We didn't talk about that back in the 80s, right? So, you know, I to me, it starts at the beginning. So if I'm doing the things that can attract and repel, right? Attract the right people that would share my values, buy into my silliness and kumbaya and redneck Camelot. And I also want to repel those folks. So prevention to me, when it comes to, intrusions from circumstances or anything or people, that's really preventative, right? It's kind of like the hounds, right? We introduce people because Danielle is going to bring in somebody like Danielle, right? Like, it's less flies get through the screen. But when it comes to just telling people or demonstrating it, um, I honestly I just distance a lot of times from it. Now, that's another thing I learned to do is just kind of like slide out of there. But when it comes to setting boundaries, it's just letting people have their own, but let them know where you stand, right? Like I'm not against anyone, but I'm for me, right? So, somebody kind of pushes a little too much or does something inappropriate, just ask yourself what the best way to respond to that is. That's my easy. I know that was all over the place, but it's to me, it's fairly new, but it's just knowing who I am, right? And having the courage and self worth to say, hey, I'm not, maybe that's not okay, or have a side talk with somebody, right? Or maybe just kind of correct them gently. I've done that before. Somebody said something on Zoom. I know they didn't mean it, but I gently DM'd them back on Zoom and said, hey, don't do that if you don't mind. And we talked it out and it was okay. So if you can't have that discussion with somebody who doesn't share your values, who is completely opposite in their worldview. So I think prevention and sorting and attracting has a lot to do with it.
I love that. I truly love that because I think what we need, like, I'm always thinking about the theme of the discussion, right? Building bridges and collaboration over competition. When a lot of people use the same word, it becomes cliche. For us, it's not cliche. We live it every day, right? But that doesn't mean that just because we are giving people that we don't see you burning bridges. And burning bridges, it has nothing to do with forgiveness, right? It has nothing to do with that. It has something to do with actions. When I see that you are aligned with someone that I particularly do not like, I watch you closely and I distance myself. And the reason for that, it's because I'm preventing, like you see, I'm not against anyone, but I am for me. I'm protecting my heart in order for me to keep going for others, because it's not about me, it's for others. I need to protect my heart. And my heart can break me. My brain, I can get a migraine, I could get a bleeding nose from my migraine, I could be in the hospital, I don't care. When my heart is hurt, we got issues, right? So I know myself, I protect myself. And the way I build bridges, collaboration over competition, is I see who is aligned with me. Are you saying
Right.
something, but you're doing another? I'm watching you. Not that I matter probably in your life, but I'm watching you. So if I matter at all, watch who you're aligning yourself with, because I will distance myself because now we're no longer aligned, right? So to build
Right.
bridges, you are for everyone. but you're not just anyone. You are you, right? So if I don't see myself within your collaborative work or environment, in my mind, you're burning that bridge slowly. So I'm just like, boop, boop, right? A little bit, just to see that you're consistent with what you're doing. And it's because people are people, right? And collaboration. What are some of the types of collaboration that happens at the Hounds, Mike? What are some things that's cooking?
I mean, what's not, right? I mean, so thanks to you, Level Up Academy, right? The publicity hub, media network, we're really showcasing that. And I told y'all before, like Kevin, it wasn't that long ago when Kevin came out with like 8 gazillion live views, and it was kind of bittersweet. I was like, oh, he whooped my butt. But y'all hear me say this all the time. I'm like the overweight gymnastics coach at the Olympics, right? I'm not trying to win a gold medal, but I sure as hell can produce them and help them, right? And that's how I feel. So I think those collaborative efforts of people showing up, they're promoting each other's shows, that leads to bigger collaborations. Just showing up all the time. And then now you're doing joint audios and now you're creating, wellness, the wellness team and the hounds. These things just have a compound effect. So, even just showing up and chatting, hey, way to go today in the chat. People see that. It means a lot to Danielle when you say, hey, great job, Danielle. And she's like, well, who the hell is Frank? It doesn't matter. She's looking, right? Now she's like, wow, that was nice. So collaboration doesn't even have to start or end. It can be maintained and fostered by just small gestures. And I think that's where the Hounds ecosystem is like, hey, you could be you here. We're all trying to be our best self. So everything from networking groups and all of these other things that we've got going on, simple chatting and DMs and the welcome wagon. Gosh, everybody's like, wow, I got like 6 people say welcome. That's genuine. Well, that leads to conversations that leads to business. So that's, in general, we got those kind of things, but so many collaborations, I can't even count them. And I don't even know about them until like 2 months later. That's a sign of success when you're like, I'm not even sure what's happening anymore. And like, so that's my answer.
I love that. And don't forget the podcast circuit that we're creating for the Hounds, right? So if you guys are in the Hounds, and you have audios, live streams, whatever is happening, we're building a bigger network for HOB. Okay, not SOB people, HOB. I said H because someone corrected me. CJ, did you say SOB? I'm like HOB, okay, Hounds of Business Community. We're creating a network with people to support, right? And in order for you to be part of the podcast circuit, number one, you got to be an HOB, Hounds of Business Community. Number two, if you're not, it's okay. You can still come and be in here, but we are monetizing it, guys, because we got to pay a lot of bills on other things, right? But we are going to make sure that your messages is amplified. Your messages is continuing to be amplified, right? And we live in a world where social media pretty much rules the messaging out there, right? So your information, your consistency matters. So we are going to invite literally anyone who is an HOB, if you are watching the team replay, thank you, to join us to make sure that you are part of our podcast circuit. It's going to be on my live stream. It's also going to be on my TikTok. It's going to be on Instagram. It's going to be on my website. It's going to be on Susannah. It's going to be on Dr. Nhu, Danielle, and Mike. Imagine, these are just 5 people. Literally, we're over probably 100,000. Well, okay, my 2 is already over 100,000. We could hit 200,000 just for 5 people. Willie J already almost at 200,000. Okay, I'll bring the brother in. We'll be good. We're gonna hit 1 million even with just 10 people, right? For that, think about that. Just 10 people, and we have so many in the HOB. We're gonna create a network. There's 8 billion people. There is no competition, people. It's in your head, right? But when you say you're heart-centered, watch it. Just saying. Just saying. What do you think?
You did that. I think you did that. You got an anthology, you have other things, media channels. You put guests on all the time on things that cost you money, and you walk the walk. I mean, that's not. Do we say that brilliant people and leaders like you guys, heart centered. You can be top level pro. You can be very successful, and still have a big old heart, man. I think actually that's the only way I want to do it. So thank you for that. Thank you for what you're doing in the podcast circuit. It's just exploding. Look what's happening. I mean, it's unbelievable. So Level Up Academy, all the folks over there, all your community and supporters, man, we're honored to partner, sponsor, and work together. It's amazing. So let me ask a question on that, if you don't mind, ladies. So, as heart centered, right, collaborative folks in a sea of egos, that's kind of how I feel sometimes. It's really hard to kind of find those pockets, right? So, we have a lot of heart centered people, but also a lot of egos. What are some strategies for overcoming the ego driven competitive mindset, right? That seems to be so prevalent. What are some strategies that you guys could experience or use that can overcome some of that ego driven competitive mindset out there? Let's see. I got to pick on somebody. Was it Dr. New? Go ahead. She can handle that one. That was a wild question. So,
I
if we're
can.
heart-centered people, how can we strategize and overcome some of this ego-driven culture that we face?
So I think, to really overcome that, you have to have cultivating the self-awareness of who we are, daily, and having a reminder of not only what are you doing, what are your thoughts, your action, and their interactions, right? Being actively listening and practice not only the awareness, the mindful of, reflecting on where you are now, but the person having the empathy of listening in. Are you actively listening before you quick to judge and make a response and react to that other person? Is it coming from an ego before you react, or are you trying to fully understand and respond in a way that is empathy, that you're putting yourself in others' shoes, in their perspective and their challenges, their different walks of life? Also opens up to having a curiosity to learn, right? To have a different viewpoint. And that is how you can promote a really, truly, not only successful, but also remove the ego. It's not an I, it's a we. We are in this together, so everything start within us. So until we correct our self-awareness and knowing we is part of a collective, that is how truly you can lead by example of setting how you are, your actions, and it will speak for the rest of, as far as the leader, how are you showing up as a leader, then the rest of your team will know how you stand, because it's through your action and your words both align. But if you don't, it's going to have misalignment. You say one thing, but you didn't do it. So that is where the ego can remove, and putting everyone in a safe, nurturing, and having that gratitude always, and putting yourself in other shoe, you're not going to miss any soul because you're mindful of how you're leading. So that is something that we have to always know, that our power of words matters. And so everything is alignment.
Hey, I love that. Here, I'm going to pull a page from Susannah's book. See if I can do this. Respond versus react. That's what I got. I love it. You ever catch a fish, throw it back, you know you caught the same one? That's reaction. Right? If you're going to be in a sea of egos, think and respond out of your values. Brilliant, Dr. New. Thank you so much. Um, Susannah, speaking of Susannah. All right. So again, heart-centered people navigating a sea of egos, sometimes it gets hairy. What are some strategies that you picked up? Because I know you have, all right, that they might be able to help us cope with that when we face that kind of individualistic, competitive, overdriven stuff.
There's going to be a couple things to look at. To me, what's important is to know yourself first, your authentic self, not the person that other people try to paint you as, what they think you are. You've got to be your authentic self, because you can't move forward without that. And then when you're going through this, there are going to be some people, no matter how hard you fight, or not how much you even talk with some people, they're not going to align with you. They're going to be on their own path. They're going to do their own thing. So just let them go. Accept that you are not going to connect with them. You are not going to be able to work with them. If you're just butting heads, keep the distance. Stay true to yourself. Stay true to your path, and work with the people who are the ones that are right for you.
Well said. Be yourself and be your authentic self. And that can be scary. So start there, right? Work on what define life for yourself. I Something popped in the other day, and I was like, well, my mom would have said, but see, I'm not my mom. I don't want to do that anymore. I'm a grown man. That kind of stuff. When you start, I love it. Like, hey, just because mama said it, don't mean I don't have to. I'm 43, dadgummit. All right. So, CJ, you got a bell. Before you do, we got to, hey, if we got a graphic, show the screen, tell the folks what you got going on, where they can find you, and whatever else you would like.
Sure. I do like that question, so I'm gonna basically answer that question too. But I'd say before you even think about anything, competition, projects, business, align with yourself. Know what your values are. Know what is non-negotiable for you, because adversity will always come by the droves. People who's out to get you will be nonstop. But if you know your true self and what your non negotiables are and what your values are, nothing and no one can stop you where you need to be. Rust literally tells me, gosh, you feel like you're unstoppable and you're like no limits. Because I've been put down with so many times. I've been bullied so many times. It made me stronger and realize you don't matter because I don't value your opinion at this point. I know who I am, I know my values, and I'm not out to hurt anybody. Your values doesn't align with me. Next, right? You, perfect. Let's go ahead and collaborate. You have a choice every single day to hurt yourself or to limit yourself. And Warren Buffett literally told me two things. Everything that you do in life are only two things. Simplify it. Everything you do, are you working for your limitations or are you working for your opportunities to grow? That's it. Simplify your life. And I always make sure that I do that. Is this attitude that I'm having right now for my limitations or my opportunities for growth? Yeah, okay, limitations. Okay, fine. I'm a little sassy today. That's what I always tell my sisters, right? But to find me, guys, because I do have a lecture. To find me, you just Google Constance Leland. I'm sure I'll pop up where I work, but literally at Luau by Doc Leland. I have a lot for my birthday month, July 11. 7/11 is my birthday. Not Doctor Danielle's birthday is June 27th, right? We're gonna be in San Diego. We have Beyond Boundaries. It is the only anthology that we at least know right now that right here that is going that's in Barnes and Nobles to Powell's, but we're gonna meet in person, okay, in person, so we can sign this for you. And yeah, and it's gonna be. We're also gonna have a lot of giveaways, hundreds of dollars of giveaways, with coaching, with everything, with publicity, and I'm also going to be slashing like a grand on my press releases. I just got approval, by the way,
Wow.
and not only I'm slashing it, I'm actually giving you a 6 months to claim it. I got approved. So I will give you more information on that. 50 inspirational connections is also coming up. And I hope to see you guys everywhere. I love you guys. Thank you for this space, but I gotta go. I have
You
work to
got to
do.
go.
All right.
Hey, thank you. Your community. We'll leave the code up, scan it throughout the rest of the show, and have a good night. Thank you so much.
Bye. Love you guys.
Love you guys.
Love you,
Dude,
sis. Bye,
now that
CJ.
she now that now that she's leaving, I'm gonna go ahead and tell everybody, man. So many good things come out of Level Up Academy. All you ladies here, life chat. I wouldn't have gotten in no book. There's no way I would have done that. No, hey, but with you, absolutely. Right there, you go. That's simple as that. So level up, all the viewers. Appreciate everyone. Um, what was the question? It was okay. Ego. Who was up next? It was Danielle or okay, Danielle, and Dr. New answered it because I remember that. All right. So let's see. In a sea of egos, right? We're heart-centered people. What are some strategies that we can do from overcoming that over-competitive, ego-driven mindset?
I think for me, I'm just going to echo a lot of what my sisters are saying, which is you have to stay true to yourself, um, and remember that it's not about you, but it's important to hold true to your boundaries. And for me, what that looks like is a person aligned with my message and the impact I'm trying to make in the world. And if not, then we're not aligned. It doesn't mean that I don't love someone or that I don't care to see them win. It's just we have time, so little time to make an impact on the world. So I want to make sure that I'm aligned with the people that are in my circle, like my sisters, and I want to stay true to myself and to my non-negotiables. And so it means so much to me to stay true to my values and to stay true to my
Oh,
I often to me, and that's collaborate and cling to my sisters, to make sure that I'm staying true to myself.
wow. Birds of a feather flock together, right? You know who you are, which is best you can anyway, right? I don't know if you ever in that one, but but then you kind of demand that for yourself, right? Like I want to spend my time with people who push me up. Why? Because I push y'all up. That would be real exhausting, right? Like you're doing all the housework and somebody just sitting there watch. That's not cool,
Yeah.
right? So same thing. I love what you're saying. But I tell you what, let's have a speed round. Tell the folks where they can find you, and then we'll close on this one. All right. So in your share an example of an experience, right, where you actually had a better outcome taking a collaborative approach than you would have, you know, a competitive approach. So what's a real life example where you actually collaboration was way better than seeing them as competition? Let's see. Susannah, she likes to go first.
So when it comes to that, I'll just I'll take CJ as my example for the things that we've done. Everything has been so much better when I work with her because I align with her and we just have a connection. So it makes doing projects so much better for me having her and sisters to bounce the ideas and come out with something that's better than I could have done all by myself.
Absolutely. And I see that with you all in the anthology, man. So many people working together and doing so well with it. Yeah, y'all made that look easy. I'm like, wow, like microwaved it. I know you didn't. I know it took a lot of work. So again, when you align with, you're not against anyone, you're for yourself because you are doing life-changing work. So the longer that gets delayed or you get feeling down about yourself, the longer the shit you can do to help the world gets delayed, right? So that's why I got the hounds. I knew I was well self-aware that I didn't know a lot of stuff. I still am. So now I got all of you here. I'm the most brilliant guy on earth. I got an answer for every problem with you guys. So, all right, that was great. Great. See, I got all excited. Can't stop talking. That's what happens when you do too good, Susannah. All right. So let's go to, well, we'll pick on Danielle. We'll go on Danielle this time. Second. What's an example where you had a collaborative approach and it worked out way better than it probably would have if you took a competitive approach?
Yeah, I would say actually it was in a competition, volleyball. I led in collaboration with a couple of my sisters, volleyball team. And when we try to take charge by ourselves and get the balls that are not in our area, right? Which could be similar to responsibilities, right? When we take things that are not ours, or we move people out of the way when they can handle it, it falls apart. But when we allow other people to take charge of their responsibilities, in whatever organization, a team, then it's all the better. And so that was a situation where, I'm a little bit of I want to make sure that everything goes well, right? I'm a little bit of a perfectionist, if you will. But you have to let people collaborate. And in that way, not taking over and letting people do that, we got second place. I mean, I wanted to get first place, everybody, but second place was good, and that's pretty good for not practicing too much. So, situation where we did collaborate and it did come out well.
Good. Sometimes the intrinsic, reward is better than external. I know that was the corniest. Wow, I gotta write that down. I'm gonna have to go back and watch that. All right. So, appreciate. Oh, Dr. New. See, I got screwed up because I kept picking on her first. Go ahead, Dr. New. It's your floor. All right, and I know you got at least a thousand
I'll
of them.
make it quick.
Good one.
But lots of example, of course. But the recent one, I think, for those who thinking, should I go solo or should I go, collaborations? And collaborations for me is that, for instance, in the anthology, you have different stories, different pathway that, but the reach that, whether it's 5, 10, 20, however many authors that are you're collaborating, imagine your message get amplified that much more. So the reach will be more, the impact will be more, right? So, when we talk about rising tides, raise all boats, it's the power of working together for a common, right, goal that you're trying to do and making a massive impact. And I think today world, a lot of time that people are trying to is time we don't have, right? Time is the greatest, the probably the most asset that you cannot take back no matter what. So how do we move more quickly to also not only will you lead to success and grow your business, and how you get it amplified by aligning yourself with a community like the Hounds of Business and Level Up Academy to amplify your message, right? It's not about competition, it's how can we leverage each other, the same industry, the same skill set, but you can make it work because you show up, only you can show up the way Susannah or Mike or Danielle or CJ, right? No one will show up like you. So know that you're that special.
Well said. Oh wow. Yeah, we got to have a part two, right? Definitely. So, ladies, thank you so, so much, for coming tonight. The audience, man, it was so much fun. People were chatting, having a ball. All the level up folks, wow, man. It's like I told you all when level up and hounds of business, man, like when they put the PB and J in the same jar, boom, man. I'm still talking about it. Blew my mind. So, ladies, thank you. Susannah, where can folks find you? Learn more about all these things and books and all this stuff you got going.
I am on LinkedIn most of the time, and then my website is susannahdawnwriter.com, and that's where I have a lot of the stuff that I'm working on, and where I talk a lot about move move beyond boxes and shine.
Yep, you are our resident box shredder, and we thank you for that. Right? We need creativity and individual, you know, yeah, absolutely authenticity. All right, Danielle, you've been so nice today. I know you're just been all over the place. Thank you for joining us. Where can folks find more about you and your business?
Yeah, you can find me also on LinkedIn. I check that. So if you want to reach out to me, love to get a coffee chat and learn more about you. So, LinkedIn.
Absolutely. All right, it's on the screen. Make sure you go to the website and Dr. Nhu, our kindness queen. Where can folks find more about you? What you got? You got
Oh,
audio.
thank
Don't forget
you.
the audio.
Thank you so much for all those, and of course, Sindo in the back for all you do, and all those who are joining us live. You can check me out on LinkedIn or KN Health Consulting. You also can find me on YouTube. And so, thank you for all you do. Love you all. I appreciate you. Thank you, Mike, of course, for having all of us here. And everyone, you got to check out the Hounds and the Level Up. You are missing out. I'm just saying.
I'm saying no strays out there, man. If you're seeing this, you got to message somebody in here. Okay, message me, Dr. New. Of course, I want to say it's good. Go ask Danielle. She'll tell you the truth always, man. She won't lie. I promise you. All right. So, ladies, it's been an honor. Thank you, everybody. This is amazing. So, hey, look. That's all I got to say. Look who is here, man. Unbelievable community. Thank you all so much. We're gonna have a special show next week. Don't forget it. Oh, real quick, Susannah, when is your live stream, if you don't mind?
My live is every Wednesday at 11 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time at the moment until it becomes standard, which would be your 2 o'clock on the East Coast, or what? You like, yeah, you're the East Coast type.
Yep.
So yeah, 11
Yep.
in the
We run.
morning, 2 o'clock for you.
No, I yell at her all the time. CJ, the world runs on New York City time, dadgummit. And she just refuses. Well, she will not convert it for me. Nothing. Y'all get on her. Hey, send some mail over there. Say, hey, be nice to the redneck, okay? He ain't gonna do no time zone conversions. All right. We're gonna wrap
Oh,
it up.
but
See
Mike,
you
can
all
I
next week.
mention the Mindful Mingle on Friday for me? For those who want to join, that's
Yes.
every Friday from 12 to 1 Central Time or 1 to 2 Eastern Time.
Okay. You Man, you're going to get it too. All right, everybody writes to Dr. Nhu now. All right, Danielle, do you got a show or anything? You know, show?
Not yet. Look out for that though.
Not
I
yet.
think I need a
Uh-oh.
banner first.
Uh-oh. I'm sure the Hounds have a need for a co-host or something, man. Hey, we'll go advertise it. All right, guys, go have fun. Thank you for showing up. Message one of us. We would love to talk to you about the Hounds. Have a great night. Go ahead and roll that outro, y'all.
Good night,
Somebody.
everyone.
Mike.
Hi there, Mike.
Hey, Mike.
Bro.
Mike.
Hey, Mike.
Hey, Mike.
Hey, Mike.
Hey, Mike.
Hey, Mike.
Bro.
Target market.
I wish you the best birthday ever.
It's your birthday. Happy birthday, Mike.
I'll spoil you a little bit today.
I wish you the best success ever.
Happy birthday
Javi.
to you. Happy birthday
Javi.
to you.
Happy birthday.
Birthday to you.
Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday, dear Mike, the redneck connector.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
to you.
Market research.
I'm sure you're not a day over 20, right? But
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
To you. Wishing you a fantastic day. You've been a great friend and mentor as well. Happy birthday, Mike.
We walked down the mountain. You see that? Well, hang on. We didn't walk down that mountain, but our mountain was bigger. Anyway, we walked down here just for you to send you a happy birthday video. Hope you have a great one. We love you.
I'm here with some hounds.
you have been such an incredible friend, an incredible person.
The heart of the hounds to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you.
Joyeux anniversaire, Mike.
I think a birthday is as a celebration of survival. So you made it another year. Good job, man. I'm so happy that I get to learn from you. It's been fun listening to all your analogies.
Today, we're here to celebrate you.
We wanted to wish you a very happy and special celebration for your birthday.
Happy birthday. Market research. I wish you an amazing day.
I appreciate you more than you know. Have an amazing, amazing day, my friend.
Wish you the happiest of birthdays.
You deserve all the best, and I hope you get spoiled rotten on your birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Mike. We love you. Thank you.
Good shout out and say, man, happy birthday. I hope you and your family are blessed.
Happy birthday, my dear friend.
And I'm so excited for the future
I want to wish you the most amazing birthday.
and for the next 12 months when you turn 21 again.
Thank you for founding the Hounds. You are one of the kindest, sweetest, funniest guy. Thank you for all that you do for all of us. And today I hope that you can sit here and just take it all in. I know you're not really good at that, but I hope that you get better, and I hope that you finally see what we see in you. Have a great birthday, brother. I adore you, you know that. And I'm like an oil stain, dude. You're not getting rid of me. Bye.